Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome to a fun-filled world of venturing building. It's time to start building another world. We've built a couple different worlds on the stream, on this channel, and it's time to build a superhero world. This world's going to be you can think of it as like Darkwing Duck or Zootopia type world, but there's going to be superheroes involved. This is my current thought process right now. That could change because I'm at the stage where I throw things at the screen and we'll see what comes up. It's one of those situations. I don't even have a name for the thing. It's just superheroes right now. So I guess it's all going to be using. I do know what system I'm going to be using. I'm going to be using the Ironbound system, my system. So for people who don't know, the Ironbound system is a 3-pool system. That's a D12 dice roll system. The pools for my current system, current setting, Grimwood, is arcane, physical, mental. I think I'm going to modify that a little bit with the superhero game. I think I'm going to go mental and physical being the main pools, and then a pool for powers that you could use to summon your powers. Not fully sure on that yet. We'll figure it out. But that being said, to start, we need a city. I need a. I think Scabbard has. I think he has on here. I think under has a name generator. Dungeon name generator. World foundations. Yeah, let's go there. And we are world building. We are going to create a place. I don't know if this is done yet, so we'll see. It's gonna be a large city. Let's go with supers. Question for you: when do you work on your ambitious projects and need help? Where do you go? I go to myself, honestly, honestly, when I get stuck, I go to Chat GPT and be like, hey, give me some ideas for this and let me know what you think. So, animal based city. You don't usually get stuck that often. On names are pretty much the only thing I really get stuck on. Because names are hard for me. So ChatGPT or name generators seem to be the best solution. Let's get some prompts. Because some of these are nice, but I'd like to see something more. So yeah, I mean, honestly, the best way to get out of being stuck on something is just to write down something. Doesn't matter what it is. It could have nothing to do with what you're trying to do. Just write down a whole bunch of things. It could be a whole different type of situation. I've had a situation where I had to write a birthday. I was stuck, so I wrote a birthday letter to my wife, and that was what led me to where I was going. Why is this not working? It might be... So, yeah. The writer's block is just a... looks like you've run out of internet. Hey, Skillum. I'm trying a new thing at, on Scabbard, so I'm not actually even sure it's fully done. It could also be having trouble because it is using some AI generation, so it's possible that the prompting is not working. Foxborough, Eagle Crest, Deerfield, Swan Lake, Lionheart. I don't like any of those. Burrington. Burrington's a good, nice name. Burrington City. Burrington City. It is not a town, it is going to be a city. Can't change that. Why can't I change that? I'll change it after it's done then. So, Furrington City. So, if you didn't hear Eskillum, so what I'm building is I'm building a superhero game that is going to be in the vein of Darkwing Duck or Zootopia, but it's going to be a superhero game. I mean, that's why my first thing went to Darkwing Duck, but it's going to be a superhero game. Alright. Let's come up with some districts. Actually, let's do a map generation. City map generator. Modern. I know there is one, and I use it all the time. It's this one. It is this one. Love this one. Like DD? You mean Darkwing? Like DD. I'm not sure I follow the DD. Oh, Darkwing Duck. Yeah, like Darkwing Duck. Let's increase the size here. How many districts do you think we should have? Let's decrease the size of this one. Oh. Let's do about 1,000. There we go. So, I'm going to try my hardest not to use AI. And here's the reason. I want to write this into a book. And I ran into a problem where I used AI for Grimwood City. And I had to remove all the AI, which was difficult. I was able to do it, but it was difficult. So... let's see here. Let's add a radio. There we go. That's a good one. We'll increase the size of that radio. Alright, let's generate that and see what happens. I might have made it too big. I think I made it too big. Trying to think, what should I do? Should I do something like this, or should I go to my processor usage? Yeah, it's their server, not mine. I think this would be too much, though, and I don't see a good way of separating districts out. So let's go to a new one. Let's move these in closer. It's just... Alright, this one's not bad. This one's a lot more useful, and then we have like one section, then we got a main central park. Got a river across it. You'd have a slums on one side. Let's add a map, add some water. It's always hard to, like... Let's increase this to be like that, generate. Kind of like this one more. Got a central business district. Though I did that for Grimwood. I don't know if I want to do that. But isn't, like, most cities, like, the center is always, like... I'm used to Boston. I guess that's my problem. Boston is circular. Let's go back to tensor fields and let's remove... how do I get a river? I want more rivers. Love to get 2 rivers. It's so complicated, this thing, but it does such a good job. Okay. We could see that. Gonna generate again. Let's smooth that out. I don't need you to animate, I just need you to generate. I know, this is so entertaining. Sorry. I need to get a city, and I didn't do this beforehand, and I should have. Alright, let's reset everything. Let's reset everything, because I'm not liking. Let's increase the zoom. Alright, I think we're gonna go with this one. Yeah, we're gonna go with this one. Alright, so let's download this one. We'll download it as a height map. I didn't do that for in an STL. And then I will download it as a SVG and a PNG because I did not do this for Grimwood and I really regretted it. Cut this and we're going to create a new folder. New folder in my Dropbox. Call this Furrington for now. I don't know if Furrington's going to stick, but that's the name I generated, so that's the way I'm going to work on it. Alright. So now, I can open this up in Photoshop. Why did that do that? Why is that like that? Let me try. Farrington. Okay. That's the height map, that's why. Okay. So, what I'm going to do here is just take my lasso tool here. Hey, Supa, how you doing? Long time no speak. Create some districts here. You're making your own game? I didn't know I was... I thought you... I'm glad I was inspiration for you. Are you making your own system or your own setting? Alright, let's create a new layer here. And we'll just pick random colors for now. Do better colors. Why did that... Oh, because I'm on white. Kind of both. I am heavily leaning into LR5 4E mechanic. Okay, that's a good mechanic. Well. Fun times. Lot of work. That's all right. I think I've decided the name of my superhero Zootopia world is going to be Furrington for now. We'll see if it changes. I don't think it will, but it might. Let's just mark this like this. All right. So that's one district. This is going to be a second district. Call this... We'll get to naming the districts here in 2 seconds. Once I've created a color coding thing that we can actually use. This will be downtown, probably. Districts seem to be separated by most cities by their rivers or by their roads. So, what I've noticed. 31 pages. Well, if you ever need somebody to read it, I'd be happy to read it. So, alright, let's see here. I kind of want to keep it to like 3, about, I don't want to go more than 5. So let's do this one here as a district. And I'll show you what I'm going to do here. I'm going to make this orange. And we'll have two more. We'll have this one here. What am I listening to? Red district. And last but not least... Oh, shoot. God dang it. I meant to put these all on their own separate layer. That's alright. It's easily fixable, it's just annoying. I had to do it. There we go. And then last but not least, we'll make a district. And then this will be a purplish district. Okay. Now, what I'll do is deselect everything. I'm horrible with hotkeys, by the way, so don't expect that. We'll, relay should work, but then we'll use the... and set this to overlay 2. Or overlay and then 4 and overlay for that. What this will do is give me a map that I can then use in Scabbard to develop further. Okay. So there we go. So we'll save this as a PSD first, called Furrington. And then we'll export this out as a district map. Furrington district map. Did I exported that? Oops. Exported that as a PNG, right? Yeah. Alright. So going back to my handy dandy Scabbard, we're gonna go into classic mode real quick. So I need to finish out the dice mechanics for paper, make a character sheet, and add pictures and zest it to make it look good. I cannot for the life of me figure out, so hire someone I shall, implement a magic system and how to use it, and starting an adventure that will get players introduced to Norman. Grimtail. Do I want to continue with the Grim, though, Eskillen? Do I want to continue with that Grim, like, aim? The Metropolis of Grimtail. I kind of like it. Ooh. The Metropolis of Grimtail. I like Furrington, too. No, I don't, but I need to write it down someplace. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to put an alias here of Grimtail. Now I have it down. Feropius, Feropius. Yes, great name. I have trouble saying it. I probably won't do that. Keep throwing out the names though, because I do need to have a name for the city. I don't even know what species are going to be in there yet. Let's put the map on the place. I'll bounce it around your head. You know how to get in touch with me on Discord. Because I do need to kind of figure out what I'm going to call this place. I'm liking Grimtail, but I don't know if I want to continue with the Grim. I have so many things called Grim that it's kind of like, why is this not loading? Come on. Don't make me contact Stolf. I will contact Stolf. Be like, dude, I'm trying to stream and Scabbard's acting up. It's also a large file, so it could just be taking a while. Grimtail, I don't like Feropius because I'm having trouble saying it, not because it's not a bad name. I like Grimtail. I like Furrington. You know what? Let's find out what ChatGPT has to offer. I'm not going to use it for a lot, but maybe I'll use it for names. I need a name for a superhero city that I need some names. So that it will give me more than one. For a superhero city that is inhabited by bipedal animals. Inhabited, I wrote that wrong. Bipedal, I spelled that wrong. Let's see what ChatGPT gives us. Puretopia, Patropolis, Hillhaven, Wisburg, Clawford, Beastboro, Snoutville, Fagnopolis, Hoofton, Antlerville, Scaled City, Featherburg, Main Metrop, Purrington, and Leapwood. I don't. Some of these are nice, but I think Grimtails is better. Grimtail City. I just don't know if I want to do the Grim again. Let's see if it will come up with different ones. It came up with the exact same ones. Really? Worse. Here we go. Different ones this time. Yeah, I could type more. Yeah, more does tend to repeat less. I just don't know much about the city right now. No, it's not quite time. Well, I always start with naming the city. I don't know why. The name usually changes, but giving myself a name to say to it. Let's go with Grimtails for now. Because I'm liking Grimtails more and more that I say it. I spelled Metropolis wrong. I didn't spell it wrong. Awesome. All right, I'll definitely read it and take a look at it for you, Super. Oh, cool, and it did finally finish the map. Why is it so small? Weird. It does fit my brand, but am I stuck on... Is everything gonna be Grim? Yeah, I'm gonna keep thinking about it. I do need to come up with district names, though. Well, at least, like... You know what? Let's do this. Dark and mysterious, like Gotham City, but with animals. Do you... I need some names of districts that might be in the city. Let's see here. Ooh, Fang Alley. I like Fang Alley. Fang Alley. I like Fang Alley. Where should we put Fang Alley? Sounds like it should be like the slums, right? Let's call this one Fang Alley. Let's see if this will actually work, because it's been having problems lately. Oh, good, it did work. Let's call this one Fang Alley, the purple. Whisker Heights? I like that. Let's call... Well, I don't think any of these are going to be heights, though. I don't see mountains being in this area. I see it to be like a swampy area that they took over and created into a city. Let's make them darker. You already gave me Fang Alley. Ravenwing quarters. Ravenwing quarters. I mean, all of this is totally going to change by the time I'm done. Don't get me wrong. One, I need to change the colors here. They're too close. let's call this one Ravenwing Quarters. Place. I need some names of a district that is a port district. Because you gotta have a port district in the city. You gotta have some place where they can transfer drugs and stuff from. I like Misty Paws Marina, but I like that as the name of a place, not a district. Kraken's Coiled Dockyard is a good name for a place too, but not what I'm looking for. Ooh, yeah. Let's go ahead and add that now. Click back a little bit too far. Let's add these places, and we can put them someplace later. Papa's Pizza. What about Papa Paws Pizza? Papa Paws Pizzeria. Papa Paws Pizzeria. And then I really liked Misty Paws Maria. So we'll create a place of that too. And I liked Kraken's Coil. But it's not going to be a dockyard, it's going to be a tavern. Or bar. Litter box? I could. Let's see here. Litter box is kind of on the nose. Alright, well, let's start here. Let's do this. Let's go to attributes. Enable custom attributes. And let's go to attributes and race. And what we're gonna have cats, obviously. A cat species. Let's see here. We're going to have a bird species of some sort. You know, only problem I have problems with Zootopia's species. There's no birds and there's no lizards, and that bothers me. No, it's not that I don't like any of the species. It's that they're missing key species that would have evolved sooner before everybody else. Like birds. Birds would have evolved way before cats and dogs to be bipedal because they're smarter. Um, not I don't even like birds. Um, but I do like that we will steal from Zootopia the predator versus prey aspect of government. I think that would be a cool thing. Have the government being mainly ran by predators. Um, all right, so we have cat species, we have bird species. We're gonna have a lizard species. I don't know what type of lizard yet. Oh, we gotta have a turtle species. Because if we don't have a turtle species, what's the point of having a turtle that's not that has super speed? You gotta have a turtle that has super speed. Dwarf can go away because not going to need it. Elf can go away. We're not going to need it. Humans can go away because we're not going to need it. Because we're not going to have any humans. It's going to be strictly animals. And you know what? I really like ducks. So we're going to have ducks being the bird species. Gonna have ducks. Okay, chat. What do you guys like for lizards? What lizards do you like? I'm thinking maybe crocodile or alligator. Probably crocodile. Or should we go something... This doesn't have to be species anymore. It can just be turtle. Yeah, let's go crocodile. We'll call them crocodiles. We'll get to naming the species here eventually. This is months worth of work that we got coming. We've just started. What about cat species? Should I do multiple cat species, like a lion and then a leopard? Or should I just have a cat species that is generically cat? You can be any kind of cat you want. And if that's the case, we gotta have a dog or wolf. Dog or wolf. Well, if there was new humans... No, I want dog or wolf. Actually, you know what? I've changed my mind. We're going to actually have wolf as a species. And then we're going to have dog as a species. And dogs are going to be more of your, like... actual dogs, like your pugs, your poodles, your Great Danes, where wolves will be more primalistic. They'll be in the slums, which we called what did we call the slums? I don't want to go too crazy on species though. Now that I think about it, Fang Alley. Fang Alley would be a good place for wolves to be, and they could be like gang members. I mean, generically, I won't not pinholing species into things. Papa Paws can be Papa Paws can be owned by a pug named Gilbert, because I like Gilbert. Owner Gilbert Puglish. Gilbert Puglish is our first NPC created. He is going to be of race species dog. And he is going to be a pug. A pug that makes pizzas. Bipedal. I keep spelling that wrong. I just want to see what ChatGPT brings up for an image. Obviously, we can't keep it because this is going in a book, but it will give me it can go into Scabbard. Scabbard's not the be-all of the book. Can you make it more realistic and give the pug features of an old Italian guy? I love ChatGPT. It does so many cool things now. There we go. Random idea. What if you had a divisions like canine, feline, and base stats, and then you picked a size and add-on stats for the size of the animal within the classification. The player gets to pick whatever actual animal they fit into that classification size that they want. So you get a cat stats like agility and speed, but small could be a house cat type, and medium could be a lion or tiger, and they would have different add-on stats just based on size. I like it. What would be my classifications? Canine, feline, lizard, bird. What are the classifications of animals? Cretacean, there is. And I don't know if I want that many, so we'd have to limit it. But I do like your idea. What if we go even simpler? What if we have 2 classifications? We have 3 classifications, okay? We have carnivore, herbivore, and omnivore. And then they get to pick the animal by adding animal feats for those species. So it'd be like a separate class. So the way Grimwood works right now is you get feats per class. But what if you could get what if you have feats that you can choose for your species, and those species feats are based on carnivore, omnivore, or herbivore? I think that might be too general. I don't want sea animals. I think I'm going to stop at sea animals, unless they're animals that can also breathe air, because I don't want fish. What if we did 3 carnivores, 3 herbivores, and 3 omnivores, and the omnivores being mostly probably birds, because birds are the biggest omnivore eaters in the world. And then we could do something like Zootopia and have like the carnivores kind of ruling everything and the omnivores being like the neutral party that's trying to get everybody to work together. Maybe. I like where you're going with this, Skillum. It's definitely... Of course you have herbivores have some balance. They would get some really cool benefits, especially mentally, because herbivores are so calm and mind you, the biggest, deadliest animal on the planet right now is technically a herbivore. That way you're not limiting the player. The player gets to choose. So the player would be able to choose a natural attack. So they could get claws, they could get horns, they could get beaks, they could get... they... Yeah. Oh, look at that pug. We're gonna have to... I have to get somebody to... I'm gonna have to get somebody to redraw that. Hey, I saved that. Why didn't it save? There we go. That is a nice looking pizza. To be honest, what ChatGPT and the other art programs are doing, what OpenAI is doing, and what DALL-E's doing is amazing graphically. And there's no way artists are going to win against them, because they're going to claim fair use, and Google is the one that made it possible for them. I think artists should be paid better for their contributions to the AI generators. But that being said, I don't think they have the ability to fight it. There's too much money in it now. I don't have a problem with the way the way I use them, which is to make a reference for my work. I want to see artists get paid, and I don't want to see their work stolen, but it's such a gray area at the moment. It's a huge gray area, and I 100% agree with you. It really does. That being said, I also feel like it's the artists that are claiming AI is horrible are really just the the photographers that claim the video camera was going to ruin them, and the painters before that who said the photographers were going to be ruining them, and then before that the sculptors who said the painters were going to be a problem. So it's been historically this way for centuries, that as soon as a new technology comes out, the artists say they're going to ruin them, and it never does. I mean, are there less sculptors than there probably would have been if we didn't have the technology? Yes. Are there less? But the artists are still making art. But the problem here is AI does make art, so... But you really have to be specific in what you're asking for. It's not... It doesn't do a good job normally without you specifically specifying what you want. So, that being said... Alright. So we have... Alright. I'm getting distracted. Because AI is a big topic for me. Let's see here. I want places. I want Grimtail. I need to come up with more district names so I know what's going on. So this is Fang Alley. That's Ravenwing quarters. Whaling. I need a district. What did it come up with for Moonclaw Harbor? I like that for the harbor. I think I'm going to put that for the harbor out here. Moonclaw Harbor. This is a place. Great. So let's do man, it's hard to come up with the animal pun names. Good animal pun names. Because I think this should be punny, because I kind of want this to be somewhat comical. I want it to feel like it's serious but comical at the same point, like Darkwing Duck. Darkwing Duck doesn't take itself too serious, but it does have serious moments. Madison Hair Gardens. Okay, I like that. Madison Hair Gardens. We're gonna have to put that someplace. Let's put that down as a place. Madison Hair Gardens. Madison Hair Gardens. I need a sport district name. No, that's not. That's a city. I want. Ah. See, this is what I'm talking about. AI is not the smartest. I need district names for a district that has most of the sporting arenas in it. Fang Field, Polyptic Quarter, East Bowel Barrow. No, I don't like that. Predator's Pitch. I don't like that. Talon Tac Territory. Raptors Realm. Howl Stadium Sector. Swift Stride Square. I like Swift Stride Square. That's a good one. Swift Stride Square. I like that. That seems reasonable. Howl Arena. Yeah, I didn't look. Howl Arena. That could be another arena, I would say, but I don't think that's. I think it's more of a. I think we're gonna have to go with square on this one here, and go with Grim Tales. Let's make this be Swift Stride. Swift Stride Square. Which I think is ironic because there's a circle in it. But there is a square center here, which has a lot of big buildings, so we could have a couple arenas there. This is for my new system. This is going to be the Ironbound system. So it's going to have, but with a slight tweak. Right now, you have arcane, you have physical and mental. What I'm thinking about doing is I'm going to have physical and mental be the stats, and then have arcane be called power. And what happens is when you want to call forth a power, you have to spend power points to do it, but you're going to either use physical or oh, definitely. That would make sense. Ironbound Arena. That would make total sense. Let me do this real quick, though. I'm going to edit this and just put in an A. Just because I want to pin it to the top because I'm sick of chasing it down. Ironbound. Yeah, we could have an Ironbound. Should we have an Ironbound Arena, or should we do something else with Ironbound? Like maybe an Ironbound Library? Well, that's interesting. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Ironbound. We'll go. Prowess. Yeah, but I was thinking it would be more like prowess points. Yeah, we could call it prowess. That would work. We'll just call it Ironbound right now. And then we'll deal with a real name for it later. Because I don't know what it's going to be yet. But I do like the idea of having Ironbound, being a... No, you're not distracting me. I'm distracting myself because I am throwing things at the wall and seeing where they stick. Because I have no general idea of what I'm doing with this world yet. I'm just kind of... In fact, you're helping more than hindering, trust me. Let's see here. I'm just kind of keeping... So I have 3 more districts. Is this 2 districts? I can't remember. Did I make that 2 districts? Because... No, it's 1 district. Okay. So we have 3 more districts we gotta name. No, I appreciate the random ideas because throwing... Like I said, I'm throwing things at the wall right now. And if you're throwing out random ideas, that will help me come up with my own ideas. Or modify my ideas. Bone. So what I have so far is I have Swiss Stride Square, which is going to be the main downtown area. Fang Alley, which is going to be the slums. And I have, and I'm not sold on this name, Raven Wing Quarters, which I think is going to be middle of the road for people. Like, your words are hard today. Your medium financing people. I figured this area here next to the water could be a high rich area. So that's what I was thinking. This area might be down here. And this is going to be like the district for docks and shipping containers. Right here. I just don't know what to name them yet. Well, if we did that, then it would probably be this. Well, this could be... And this could be the rich area. Well, yeah, because there's a river down here, so they could take the river down to this area. And this blank area right here that we have a whole bunch of blank areas, it could be the a storage facility system. So the docks would take anything in that they can, and then ship anything else down to the manufacturer industrial area. Because you have to have an industrial area, because where does people get their superpowers from if they don't accidentally fall into a vat of radioactive material? You know? It's a superhero story. So, this is going to be an industrial area. What can we call industrial area? Yeah, you gotta have vats of green radioactive liquid. What does ChatGPT think? Though it's not been very useful so far. Iron Claw Industrial Park. Tinker Tail Terrace, Cogs and Claws District, Rivet Roar region, Boundary Furrow Zone, French Whiskers Works, Cogsborough. I don't like any of these. Let's redo it and see what it gives me. Though, you're right, usually it just repeats itself, but let's find out. Cogtail Burrow. Or Cogtail Mills. I like Cogtail. Cogtail. Hey, Shadow Legion. What's the question? How can I help? Can I share an account with World Anvil? Do you mean post link to World Anvil? So they have a manuscript. So you mean you can share your account with someone? Is that what you're asking? Because I don't know World Anvil that well. You should be able to. I believe World Anvil has the ability to share. It's been so long since I've used World Anvil. Hey, it's still remembering my password. Think under configuration, you can, under configuration, it's not under that. Subscribers and authors, no. Don't actually know. Because I don't actually use World Anvil. I use a system called Scabbard, which I love. And Scabbard you can share. Scabbard you can definitely share. Oh, yeah, right here. You can set it to public. Where did I find that? Under homepage? Under settings. So if you have it set to public, you could probably, they could probably have access to it. Yeah, I don't want to buy your stuff. I haven't used your stuff in years. I mean, good way of checking out. I have this, My World's Public. Take a look at it, see if you can actually see it. And if you can, then that's the setting you want to set. And that's under configuration and then privacy state. Private worlds are only available to guild members. Join the guild and keep all your content completely private or available only to those you choose. So, looks like you can share stuff from here. Though I'm not a member, so it doesn't give me the option to do it. I don't know if that answers your question. I use a company called Scabbard, and everything, unless you set your, unless you come in here and go to your main settings, and you set it to private, it's publicly available, so you can actually see pretty much everything that I do. I pretty much leave most of my stuff public, like my Dark Days is public. So you have full access to anything that's not a secret. You can't edit it, but you can view it. But yeah, so I use Scabbard because they have a link instance system. So if I come in here and I edit Grimtails and I say the mayor of Grimtails is leaning on me, is Skellum, is Derek Ruffin, and save, and then hit the scan button. It actually allows me to create that character right then and there. I can just create the character and it will link it, like, and I can say leader of, and what will happen is down in the connections I'll have a leader, Derek Gruffin, and if I click on that I actually bring up his page. That's why I use Scabbard. I think Scabbard has some of the best linking systems, because what happens is there's a, in the back end, there's a graph system that allows you to connect things together by connecting them. But as far as World Anvil, I think if you change that from private to public, it should be available to people. I hope that answers your question. Because I am more than happy to answer questions. Yeah, definitely. I often have Scabbards hooked up on my other screen. Though I have Grimwood pretty much memorized. But when I don't have it memorized, I could easily, you can actually come in here and create an adventure. And you can choose a plot, or you can just edit, and you can link things right in here. So you can use your adventure page as, let me see if I have one already made. You can use your adventure page to link different events. It's really awesome. I love it. I think it's simple, it's quick, it allows you to edit things, and if you don't like the interface, he is working on a modern interface for it. It's going to... I can see how it would work on a tablet fine. Anything smaller than a tablet, though, it becomes... you can use it. Here, I'll show you. Hide this so I can actually see you guys. You can actually switch it to phone. This is not switching to phone for me. That figures. But there is a mobile access point, so you could use it on a tablet perfectly fine. You could easily... tablets, I think you can... it would be the mobile version, so it would be limited on its editing capabilities, but you can view everything on a tablet. Let me close my program, my inspector. All right, I'm really liking Grimtails now. It's getting more and more on me. And then I use it. You can do it any way you want. That's what's interesting about Scabbard. I personally work from a map out, just because that's who I am. So I typically start out with my city map, and then I work my way out. Once I have my district's name, um, yeah, Grimtales feels right. It's starting to feel right for me. Um, but I typically work from a map out because I like to work from places, and then once I get places, and then I get people, and then people. I build people. Once I have people, I can build relationships. So, um, okay, we need a district for. Oh, we were using ChatGPT to find out what it had, and we liked. Uh, it was Cogtail Burrow. That's right, Cogtail Burrow. Um, Shadow Legion. Did that answer your question? I want to make sure I answered your question. If you're still around. Cogtail Burrow. Let's put a Cogtail Burrow here. Cogtail Burrow. This is going to be a place. Great. Yes. And then I need a rich place and a dock. I still don't know about the docks. I didn't like any of the dock names. Iron Pod Docks. I like, that's not bad. Iron Paw Docks. Place. Alright, I just need a rich place. I need names for a high-end class district where the rich and famous live. Let's see what it comes up with. Silk Whiskers, Golden Paw, Golden Collar Junction. What about Golden Collar Row or Terrace? I don't know if Junction would work. And let's call it, instead of Gold Collar, we'll call it Golden Collar. Yeah, I mean, Terrace works. Terrace would be like looking out over things. What is the definition of terrace? My wife would know. Terrace is a level paved area or platform next to a building or patio. Or what about terrace as a district? What is a terrace in a city? A space of land in between the roadway and a property line. A typical city street may have a terrace anywhere from 5 feet to 20 feet long. Most terraces include a space for grass, lawn, trees, and 5-foot squares. Old photo homes. Well, that's kind of what this is. I mean, we're talking about the rich and famous. We want a life. The Golden Collar. We could just call it the Golden Collar. We'll call it the Golden Collar for now. See where that gives us. Okay. So I have to do one other thing here. We have to go back here. And I'm pretty sure it didn't create these for me. It did not. So I'm going to create districts here. Now let's see if I can remember them all. No, I clicked on the wrong person. I clicked on a person. I didn't want to click on the person. New district. Posington. I like Posington. That's kind of cool. No, why are you dying? You are plugged in. You shouldn't be dying. Hold on, things are acting up. My tablet. Posington is kind of nice. Washington. Well, let's start with the golden. I can always rename it. Golden collar. Oh. No. Let's do it this way. Connections. Subregions. Golden collar. Cogtail Burrow. Raven. Wing Quarters. Bang Alley. What was the other ones? Shoot. Spacing on them. Oh, Iron Paw and Swift Strider. Swear. I think that was all of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, that is all of them. And then we can start building them in here. We can add neighborhoods into them. Where do I want to start? First, I want to get rid of him. Not really the mayor. I just used him as a reference. I don't like him as the mayor, so okay, so that should get rid of him. Yes. So where would Papa Paws Pizzeria be? I would think it would be in either Fang Out. Well, I'm sure they have places, multiple places, but where is their primary place? Oh no, I think there should be a few too, but there was always that place that they started, and I think they should start in Fang Alley. Like, they've worked their way up from being Pavish to being the pizza of choice. And maybe we should have a competitor, too. Alright, let's put it in Fang Alley. Subregion of this place is Papa Paws Pizzeria. Dogninos. I think that's a little bit too on the nose. But Papa Paws is pretty on the nose, too. No, let's make it, like, feline based. So, cat and dog fight type deal. Let's see. Let's see here. What can we do? Cat and dog. Feline. Pizza Hut. Pizza Box. Furballs Restorant? Aren't they? Furballs. I like furballs. Furballs. What's another word for a pizzeria? Let's see. Another word for pizzeria. Oh, Furballs Pie Shack. I like that. And they can be in Raven's Wing. So, Furballs Pie Shack. Cat owned, feline owned. Pizzeria shop. Pizza shop. It is a shop. Hate that it does that. Furballs Pie Shack. So we have Papa Pa's Pizzeria and Furballs Pie Shack. They've been fighting for years. Oh, this is a lot to take in already. Fighting like cats and dogs. That's my thought process. Is they've been fighting over who has the best pizza. And what's going to happen is it's going to be like Chicago-style pie for Furball, and it's going to be New York-style for Papa Pa's. I'll have to change the name because New York and Chicago don't exist, but it's going to be those type of pizzas. I like that. Oh, I should put that down so that I'll remember it. Chicago style pizza pie shop. I can't type today, I see. Barkland style. I like that. Wait, we should have named someplace Barkland. You know what? I don't like Raven's Wings. But that doesn't make sense for Papa Pa's to be in Fang Alley. If they make Barkland pizza. Barkland style. It could be another city, Barkland. Or that would be even funnier. Furball's Pie Shack is in Barkland. No, it doesn't have to be here. It could be someplace else. Let's call it, instead of Chicago style pizza, let's call it trash lid style pizza, since it's a cat. Oh god, this is gonna be so punny. I don't know if I can sell this. So it will make it easier to remember. So superheroes. Is there a Justice League type place in the city? Do they have like a Justice League? Or is this gonna be dark and gloomy like The Boys? Where their Justice League actually is danger to the society. I mean, we kind of have to have like a Justice League, right? Yeah, I just want to give... Yeah, I mean, that is an option. But like I did in Grimwood, I have options for the DM to kind of build what they want. Like, you can build a FBI type investigation in Grimwood, or you can do a gang situation, or many other things in Grimwood. I was thinking it would be very similar here, that I would create these things and then let the DM decide whether they want to use them or not. Plus, it also, I have to make that decision on how superheroes interact with the world. Are they new? Are they old? Have superheroes always been around? What recently, if not, what recently made them become superheroes? Those are all questions I have to ask and answer. Because those are things that historically they're going to want to know. And am I aiming for a mysterious city, or am I aiming for like a metropolis type city, like Superman City? I'm losing my voice. It will be... Those are questions I have to answer. Ask myself and answer. Is it going to be like more of a Gotham, or is it going to be more of like... Superman City, or is it going to be more like Flash's City, or is it going to be like New York City? Like, I've got to kind of figure out that option, what I'm going to do with that. I do like the idea of having three different special things where they can choose whatever they want and get special benefits, get to choose 3 racial capabilities or 2 racial capabilities, and then create... That's a good idea. Should be... It's interesting. Like, I don't know where I'm gonna go with... I guess I gotta sit down and figure that out more. Like, what type of city I'm aiming for. And is it gonna be a futuristic city? Like, do they have high technology or low technology? Or is it like a modern day type technology? I haven't figured that out either. I think it's gonna be modern day. So cell phones, laptops, tablets, but not going to have like a hacking capability or you know, cyberpunkish type feel like Grimwood does. I think that is where I'm going to leave it for today. Let's see. Who is playing what? And let's go over and bother Wonderlust. We haven't been to Wonderlust for a while. Let's go bother him for a bit. So let's go. I'm having trouble getting there. Steam Manager. Let's raid Wonderlust. Say hi to him. Thank you so much, eSkillum and everyone, for being helpful and helping me along. We'll do this again probably next week or the week after, because I gotta build this out. So let's go bother Wonderlust and say hi to him. You guys Friday is a Grimwood, so make sure you guys come back for Friday. We are using my new Ironbound system now, so let's go. Why did it not work? Did it work?